Hi, Neat Aspirants. Today we have Dhrutwan with us, and he's one of the toppers who scored really good.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dhrutwan Joshi. I've scored 622 marks in NEET, and I'm currently a first-year student at Rajiv Gandhi Medical College and Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Hospital in Kalwa Thane.
Great. So let's start with a question. Uh, so from 11th or from 12th, like which standard did you start? Did you start preparing for NEET?
I actually started studying for NEET from the 11th standard onwards because I knew from 11th that I wanted to become a doctor, and NEET was the exam that I had to crack. So for that, I just started studying from the 11th standard itself.
Okay.
And for that, I didn't really give out any specific definition between 11th and 12th, and I just kept studying for the NEET portion as a whole.
Oh, great. So, like if the people, like there are students who are going to start studying now, or they are in 11th or they are in 12th, and you're going to start to preparing for NEET. So, what would you like to say to them? Like, what should they like? Obviously, they are reading the chapter for the very first time. So, what should they keep in their mind to know or go be thorough with the chapter?
So if there's a different strategy to approach if you're starting from 11th or if you're starting to study from the 12th standard. If you're studying from 11th standard, please don't be lacking. Or the way that I did was I took the first few months of 11th standard very easily because after 10th you have that little bit inertia period, and
Yeah.
I would recommend not doing that. For the people who are starting in 12th standard, there is a split up available for NEET in which you can find out which are the major chapters. So finish those off first because these are easy chapters. These are chapters which have maximum weightage. There are chapters like Cell and Living World, etc., which you will feel are very easy and might not carry marks, but these are the chapters that come for almost 8 to 9 marks, 8 to 9 questions overall in the past few years, which is a kind of a weird thing because when we read it for the first time, it feels very stupid. But the questions that come on that are extremely beneficial for your final score. So if you have a lesser, if you are in time constraint, then I would recommend that there's something called a pyramid scheme. So find out about that, and you can do the chapters which carry the maximum weightage first, and then move on.
Great. And how would you go about solving the questions, like the question bank, question papers of past years? So, how should they go about?
So what I did was initially when I hadn't finished and when I hadn't completed my portion, I used to do part tests and there was always chapters which I just left because you never end up having the time to finish the portion before the test. So don't worry about that too much. Just take it all in your stride. Everyone will have bad days, good days, luck, bad luck. Everything happens. All you have to do is make sure that you learn. You will find some questions which you've never heard about before, or some questions which you'll never know, but something just strikes while you're writing the answer, and those are the type of things that you should actually learn from the test. The marks and all don't really matter because as we know from 2020, anything can happen, and one small virus can change everything, and it can, and so that's what we should learn, that even while solving, so you can attempt question banks are really useful as a revision strategy because you can find out what is a certain topic of a chapter or a certain topic that I don't know of the chapter, which you might have missed while you're reading.
And what would you do, or what tips would you like to give to avoid any silly mistakes in a particular subject?
For silly mistakes, I think the main thing has to be composure. Composure is something that you can't really do anything about. It's just something that you have to build, and to build that, you have to just practice. And all you can do is as I said, question banks are a great way. You can time yourself while studying. You have to time yourself while giving papers. A lot of people have the habit of just solving a paper for fun, where they'll just solve the physics aspect, or they'll solve chemistry, or they'll solve bio on alternate days and just spread it out. Please don't do that because the time pressure is what changes everything. There will be people who will suddenly shoot up or go down in NEET. It is because of the time pressure and the silly mistake. So, firstly, composure. Secondly, if you know your stuff, you are much less likely to make silly mistakes because silly mistakes happen when you have doubt. So, if you don't have doubt, that's one way, but that's just a way of saying in hindsight. But it happens. It happens to everyone. All we can do is try and minimize it, and while giving the NEET, please don't just start marking at the same time. At least that's what I did. You can take on the question paper and not just mark simultaneously, because in the last, if anything happens, if you just pick something wrong, you can at least change it if you're filling the OMR. You can't do that if you're filling side by side.
and like now only 3 months, approx 3 to 4 months are there. The dates are not out. So how should they revise each subject? Like the people who are giving NEET this year, like 2021.
Firstly, the people who are giving NEET in 2021, I would like to congratulate them because they've had to survive more of a longer pandemic than even us. So for them, firstly, congratulations for your perseverance. Secondly, you have for physics. I'll just go in the physics, chemistry, biology.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
physics, you have a formula list. I made mine a bit too late, and that kind of irritated me. But because I had to work twice as hard in the end, you've got the extra time. Make a comprehensive formula list. Like I had an entire book, like about 200 250 pages of just formulas, and it makes everything so much easier. So for physics, mostly that don't stress about all those complicated things that come. None of that comes in NEET. There will always be people who scare you by saying that, oh my God, one question will come. It's okay. Well, one question will come. It's okay. You'd rather get 4 questions from some other chapter and finish that off. For chemistry, you have to, for now, chemistry is again split into three parts: physical, organic, and inorganic. Physical, again, is a formula based thing. It's basically the brother of physics. Then you have organic. There are the NCRT reactions, but sometimes those might not be enough. Now, that you can find out based on the questions that you've solved. You will find out that there are certain reactions which are not mentioned anywhere, but questions are asked on them even in the previous questions. So you can just make a note of them, make your own notes for every chapter for alcohols, acids, aldehydes, etc. Have these certain formulas and reactions that will help you out in the end. And for inorganic, it's basically just read. Inorganic, all those tables, flowcharts, etc. I know it's a pain, but all you can do is just read. And on the final day, trust me, it may seem difficult, but on the final day, while you're writing the paper, the entire table will just flash in front of your eyes, and you will just know. Like even right now, I know that minus 141, minus 200 are values, and I don't remember reading them ever, but I just know that these are the values that negative 141, negative 200, etc. For biology, for revision of biology, again there are certain chapters which are time consuming. There are certain chapters which are easy. More than that, I think what I would suggest is go on the marks weightage. There are certain chapters like human reproduction, which is an enormous chapter, and it's for some people it might be a little bit difficult. So you have to find out the marks weightage. It took a little bit of time, but it's actually very effective. So chapters like Kingdom Plantae, Kingdom Animalia, I have friends who spent way too much time on that, and it doesn't really matter because it doesn't come for too many marks. What I would do is rather do the simpler chapters or the more marks related chapters, and then move on. So you have to have a pyramid over here. So you have the lower base, which comes to the maximum marks. To finish those off, then a little bit tougher, which comes for fewer marks, then the top. So that's the way you should work for biology.
Okay. And you started studying in 11, like a little later in 11, but you did it in 11.
Yes,
So how did you manage to be motivated for 2 years, like 11th and 12th, and then give your NEET? So like it's a long period to be focused. So how did you do that?
it is a very long period, and I think everyone goes through this patch where you're just really confused and demotivated. I have wanted to become a doctor since I was about 8 years old.
Oh,
So
great.
that is what basically, anytime I found myself, I found asking myself that, okay, I have friends who are in the other streams who are just going out and having fun every day. I'm sitting here and studying. Why am I doing this? I just thought that, okay, I want to be a doctor one day wearing that white coat with a stethoscope in my hand and treating someone. And that is that just gave me my motivation. It's different from person to person. And trust me, if you don't have the motivation, no amount of preparation will complete this for you. You have to find your own motivation, and that's what gets you through. Plus you're a good set of friends, family, teachers, all of these are really important. And also your seniors help you out a lot. You can just ask them for tips if you're studying on your own or through something else. You can get notes from them, etc., etc. All of this really helps you sail through.
Oh, okay, nice. And if you get a chance to give your NEET again, what are the mistakes that you avoid, or you won't make them? Like if you get one more chance to give NEET in 2021, so you might have made some mistakes, so you don't want to make them. So what are
So firstly, as I said, I made my physics formula list way too late. So I would basically from day one make that formula list because I can't stress the importance of having that. And I'm saying this in hindsight, but had I made this from 11th, I'm sure my marks would have been higher in physics. Silly mistakes, another thing. I thought I had composure, but then there are certain things where you just, in the exam stress, etc. And especially during the pandemic, when you're giving tests at home, you can't simulate the test pressure. So that is something that I would have changed. And also just I kind of overcomplicated in biology. So I ended up studying a lot of extra stuff which wasn't in NCRT, and none of that came. So I realized that I wasted my time on all of that. Had I gone through my NCRT maybe a couple more times, I would have probably been better off.
Okay, great. And the papers of 2017 and 2018 were like different from 2019, 2020. So, like, do you think 2021 paper would be similar to 2020 or it might be difficult? What are your opinions on it?
I think that honestly, a paper is not easy or difficult. It is based on how prepared you are. The 2020 paper was a lot more straightforward, and everything was directly from the textbooks, and no really like a twisted question, a googly question wasn't there. In 2021, I would, because of the NTA setting the paper and how JEE mains has. Oh, another thing is for physics, you can check the JEE mains question paper because the same people are setting it, so it'll help you out. And you can expect, I think I would expect a straightforward paper, not really anything majorly confusing, but you have to be prepared because that is what separates you, like the best from the rest. So you have to be prepared, but don't only prepare for that, otherwise your bulk of the marks comes from the regular stuff.
Okay. Great. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. It was great to have you. And I hope the toppers tips have worked for the other students. Thank you so much. So guys, if you found this topper tip really helpful, go like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and join our Telegram group today to get all the quizzes, all handpicked questions from the toppers and then solve it. It's really interesting. Go join our Telegram group now. Bye.